across Ghana's 16 regions. It's on ABN Radio in London and around the world at myjoyonline.com. Up in this edition, Security Council in Obuasi deploys armed police to assist health authorities in relocating COVID-19 patients to an isolation center seized by residents.
To evacuate our brothers and sisters who have been infected with the virus to be isolated in that community. If the road has been blocked, we shall go there and remove them.
We'll tell you why minority MPs are opposed to the appointment of Appeals Court Judge Clemens Honyenuga to the Supreme Court as they vote against his approval at the appointment committee. And
in business, Ghana Interbank Payments and Settlement System GIPS directs institutions to resume charges on some transactions, including mobile money interoperability, from May 23. Details in 15 minutes. And Joy News' Arrive Alive campaign gets the full backing of a Dagbang state led by Ghana, who has already issued some strict warnings to politicians and all his sub-chiefs regarding road safety. Thank you for joining us this morning. Our heavily armed police officials have been deployed to assist health authorities transfer COVID-19 patients into an isolation center. The facility had been taken over by residents who had vowed not to allow it to be used as an isolation center. Well, last night, the COVID-19 task force forcibly broke into the facility, and Ohim Interior was with them.
Obuasi is gradually becoming the epicenter of COVID-19 in the Ashanti region. The area, as at Monday, May 10, 2020, has recorded 261, more than half of 483 COVID-19 cases recorded in the entire Ashanti region. Health authorities met strong resistance from residents of Akaporiso suburb as they prepare an isolation center for some COVID-19 patients. The angry youth blocked the main road to the facility and put the main entrance under lock and key because the center could pose health risk to the community. They also packed concrete blocks to block one of the main entrances. After several attempts to convince the angry youth to rescind their decision failed, the Obuasi East Assembly resolved to use force. Faustina Amisa is the chairperson of the District Security Committee.
We had a dissect meeting and we concluded that the security personnel should make sure that they pave way for the patient to be taken to the center.
The community is not happy of the decision of the convent committee and the assembly to evacuate our brothers and sisters who have been infected with the virus to be isolated in that community.
At about 8 p.m. Monday, all was set for the COVID-19 task force to come face to face with the angry youth. Obuasi District Commander DSP Martin Asenso is leading the charge.
If the road has been blocked, we shall go there and remove them.
Ohim Interior worked with the team all night. He joins us on phone right now. Ohim, how did this operation end?
Yes, the operation ended successfully. Police, at the end of the operation, managed to break into the house, which has been seized by the residents. Unfortunately, they were nowhere to be found. So, as we speak, the patients have been transferred to the isolation center.
Thank you very much, Ohim Interior, our colleague in Kumasi. Well, Member of Parliament for Bogatanga Central, Isaac Adongo, has described as unjustifiable the attack of the police on traders, leading to the arrest of some 27 of them. The police used what he describes as minimum force to scuttle a protest by the traders, made up of mostly women who were resisting relocation as part of measures to reduce the spread of COVID-19. But Mr. Adongo, who secured bail for all of them, is accusing the police of violating the same protocol based on which these traders have been charged.
There were over 35 people in one vehicle standing right in front of the circuit court where we are processing the bail conditions to get the people out. And there are over 100 people standing right here spreading the coronavirus. That is how insensitive, that is how unfortunate this development is. What is the crime of these women? These women have not been given any better education. They have not actually been given the right protocols that are required for them to understand the intentions of government. And these people are expressing their fear that their livelihoods are going to be lost. They have not received appropriate assurances, and they are being arrested and brought to court within 2 hours of their arrest as if they are common criminals.
MP for Bogatanga Central, Isaac Adongo there, but the police in Bogatanga say they acted professionally. Listen to the police commander, Chief Superintendent Richard Anabasalifu.
because the president has given a directive and we all have to comply. And so when we even got there, I was asking them to disperse. They were not back. I tried to talk to them. I even spoke the local language and they didn't mind me. So I instructed that yes, then we were in man force. So I instructed that they should whip them. And as many as we could, we should arrest. So it was when we started whipping them that they started running away. And they were storming us. And I said, what? At the police station again, that one will not happen. And we started whipping them and they started running away and we managed to arrest them again. And we had to use tear gas to disperse them. And we used rubber bullets. We just wanted to scare them.
You heard the Bogatanga Police Commander Chief Superintendent Richard Anabas Salifu. Now, former Finance Minister said Tekbe says government's 600 million stimulus package should be objectively distributed and in a regionally balanced fashion. The intervention, which was announced a couple of weeks ago, has yet to be disbursed as government says it is still mapping out distribution criteria. The former minister, who also provides his perspective on the criteria, said businesses in healthcare, agriculture and energy must be topmost priority. He's been speaking to Gifty and Appear on the Pulse on the Joy News channel.
Yeah. So those who are producing PPEs, those who are, have laboratories that can be roped in, to they need one or two equipments, which may be needed for them to expand the testing and others. So the health sector will definitely be, one of the top priorities.
You heard the former finance minister said Tekbe. Now, minority MPs are opposing the appointment of Appeals Court Judge Clemens Honyenuga as Justice of the Supreme Court. Their vote against his approval at the appointment committee level after accusing him of political bias. Here is a News Desk report.
We in this district have equally benefited, and we say, Ayuko, Your Excellency, it is our hope that with your vision and the gains made in your first term, Ghanaians may consider giving you another 4 years.
This comment by Justice Honyenuga in his capacity as Paramount Chief of the Nyagbo Traditional Area in February became the most controversial issue during the vetting.
I was mandated to read the welcome address on behalf of the chiefs and people of the district.
How do you reconcile your conduct under the code of conduct?
I'm refusing to admit this question.
What someone did was very biased. It is very unethical. Nobody can take away from me the right to preside and to decide which questions are admissible.
Eventually, Tamale North MP Hassan Suheni managed to draw an apology from him.
If some people, out of political dissatisfaction of whatever I had read offends them, then I'm sorry, just forget about it.
But Muntaka Mubarak will not let the issue rest.
My Lord, who handed the statement to you? Mr. Chairman, I don't know. I can't remember.
Joy News gathers that at a closed-door meeting of the appointment committee after the sitting, minority MPs voted against Justice Honyenuga's approval, but the majority overruled them by 10-7.
Now, Justice Amadou Tanko, who was also vetted yesterday, got the green light from the appointment committee. Later today, law professor Henrietta Mensah-Bonsu and lawyer Yoni Kulendi will also appear before the committee for vetting. Ahead of his vetting, Joy News' Upper West regional correspondent Rafiq Salam look at the rise of Yoni Kulendi to the highest court of the land.
To those who know him well, he is Emmanuel Yoni Kulendi, born 56 years ago to a Second World War veteran. He is the fourth of 7 children of Kanchauma, who used to brew local pito for sale at one of Ghana's slums, Wazongo. His senior brother, now a businessman, Joseph Tembela Dakura, is therefore not surprised about his meteoric rise in the legal profession.
He came out as a bright individual in the family, and he has been with those futures from the start.
Yoni himself has never hidden his ambition and love for the legal profession.
Even in primary 2, I used to say I'll become a lawyer. Anybody who knows me and has followed my work will appreciate that it's a work I do with total commitment.
You heard there Yoni Kulendi. Now, the overlord of Dagbang, Yana Abubakari Mahama II, has given his full support and the support of the entire Dagbang state to the Joy News Arrive Alive campaign. The campaign started some 4 months ago is to help reduce road traffic accidents through road safety education. Yana Abubakari Mahama II says he is ready to work with Joy News in whatever capacity to ensure the success of the Arrive Alive campaign.
He will always work with Joy and other media houses in the country. So when the program is rolled out, anytime he's going to embark on those programs, he will invite Joy News to be part of it, so that together we can sensitize our people so that they can start on a journey and arrive safely.
You heard that the overlord of the Dagbang Kingdom, Yana Abubakar Mahama II, ending the bulletin for us this morning. There's more news when you log on to myjoyonline.com. I am Komla Adum. Have a great day.
Charlie, check this.